Name? Hmm? Okay. And how do I spell that? Okay. And date of birth? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Really? You look slightly more exhausted than that, but don't worry. Hopefully that's something that will be fixed following your procedure. Okay. So I just need to ask you a few more routine questions. There's nothing to be worried about. Well, unless you answer any of them incorrectly. Any allergies? Okay, that's good. That also saves me some paperwork. Okay. And have you ever been under anesthetic before? Okay. And did you wake up? Okay, that is good. That is very good. Okay, then. Now, I just need to do a few more routine checkups. Okay, just a few routine checks before we properly get started. So, I'm just going to put on some gloves. Okay, so I'm going to touch your face just gently. Okay, okay. So. Okay, now I've got gloves on. I'm just going to look a little bit closer at your eyes at first, okay? I'm just going to have a little look. Check that everything is as expected before we begin. Okay, so just look straight at me, and I'm just going to gently pull your eyelid there. Okay, like that. Okay, that looks good. And the other side. Okay, and okay, that looks nice and healthy. Okay, and then just keep looking forwards to me for a second. I'm just going to shine this light into your eyes a little bit and do the same thing. You just look straight ahead for me, okay? Just look straight ahead. I'm just going to pull down your eyelid a little bit, just like that, and shine. Okay, and the top. Okay, and this one just. Okay, it's a bit bright, isn't it? And the top. Okay. Okay, that looks good. Sorry, it is a little bit bright. You should be able to blink it off, okay? Blink. Sorry, I'm listening to Taylor Swift. It's only on low volume. Nothing for you to worry about. So, your heart rate is a little bit elevated. Are you nervous? It's okay. That's perfectly normal. I'd be nervous too. Just try and relax, okay? Just try and relax, relax. Now, have you received and read and completed the consent forms just before we begin? You have? Okay, great. I haven't read them, so I'm going to take your word for it that you have completed them, so that is good. I'm just taking it from that here, and then if you could just sign this page at the bottom on the star. If you could give you the pen. That's it. Just okay. Perfect. We are good to go. Okay, so do you have any questions before we begin? No. Okay. Well, that's usually a sign that somebody hasn't been paying attention. And the drugs do work pretty quickly. So if you do happen to think of a question in a minute or so, that is most unfortunate. Okay, so the first step of the procedure is for you to swallow one of these tablets. Now the seal is broken. I had one myself earlier, so you just need to have one of these. You just need to swallow it. Okay. Can you do that? You look worried. Do you have difficulty swallowing tablets? No. Well then, you have nothing to worry about. Let me just get you one of these. There we go. Okay. Here we go. You just need to swallow one of these little capsules, okay? You can do that, can't you? Just need to swallow this little capsule full of yellow beige powder. Okay. So let me see it. Just need to swallow this little tablet all the way down, or if you prefer, I can twist it and you can take the powder from inside, but I would recommend swallowing the capsule as a whole if you are able. Okay, so open and okay, and then perfect. Well done. Perfect. Now that was not the anaesthetic. That was something else. But it's okay. I know exactly what that was. Okay, that's not true. I have absolutely no idea what that was. But you've taken it now, so we'll see what happens. I know what I forgot to ask you. I forgot to ask you how much you weigh. So, how much do you weigh? Really? You're sure about that? Okay. Okay. That is the most important question, by the way, because it determines the dosage of anaesthetic. So, if you're sure, that is fine. Right. sterile bag. All of our products and equipment are stored in a completely sterile environment. Okay. Let me get one. Do you want to look at it? Do you want to look at it beforehand? It is only little. See? Just a little needle that is very sharp. Okay, so let's keep the safety cap on the needle for now, shall we? And I will attach it to the tube. Okay, this tube here. Okay. I just need to get a connector out of the sterile bag to connect the needle to the tube. So there we go. Just needed an additional piece to connect everything together. There we go. There, you see, perfectly assembled with the safety cap on a nice sterile needle. And let me just calculate the correct amount of anaesthetic. So yeah, that feels about right. Okay, let me just load it up. Okay, so we also have a bit of air. That can be quite dangerous, so let me get rid of that. There we go. There we go, look. Now, air bubbles left. And that is just the right amount of anaesthetic, as I've just calculated. So, there we go. So, we are ready to go. If you're feeling nice and relaxed, 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 relax. Okay. Are you okay? You've been acting a bit suspicious and looking around the room a little bit since the mystery drug incident. I mean, what mystery drug incident? There was no mystery drug incident. I don't know why you keep bringing that up. Look, you just need to relax and stop fidgeting. Okay? I'm trying to knock you out professionally. Now, let me measure out the anaesthetic. Oh. Looks like I have already done that. I've already done it and got all of the air out. Now, when I administer So let's do a little practice countdown together, shall we? Just before I go ahead and administer the anaesthetic. Okay. So 10, 9, relax, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and by this point your eyes will be feeling very heavy. 3, 2, and 1. And 0. And by this point you will be long drifted off to sleep, 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 sleep. Such a deep sleep that you will question if you will ever even wake up again. Sleep, 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 sleep. And how are you feeling now? That was just the practice round. Are you feeling a little bit less stressed? How did you find it? You can hear water. You can hear water every time I move my hands. That is a new one. I've not had that before. Well, you are obviously confused. I think you're just a bit stressed still about the procedure. Stressed. Tell me, how many fingers am I holding up? No, it wasn't 3. It was definitely 7. Okay, I think you're a bit confused since the mystery drug incident. What mystery drug incident? There was no mystery drug incident. I don't know why you keep bringing that up. Look, I think you're just stressed. Let me wash away the stress with my watery hands. I'll just rinse away stress with my watery hands. Everything will be okay. There is no need to be stressed. Wash it all away with a little bit of butter. Relax and I will wash it away with my watery hand. Okay, that's it. Just relax, 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 relax. Do you feel any better? Okay. And tell me, have you been experiencing any thoughts? Really? That is concerning. And how long have you been thinking? I am surprised. I didn't think you were capable. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and administer the anesthetic now. Okay. The anesthetic that we prepared, the correct dosage. So, just put your arm forwards for me. And I'm just going to gently insert the needle. Okay. That's it. Into your arm, like. Okay. And that's it. That is it. All done. Okay. It is over and done with. Quickly, okay. How are you feeling? Right. Okay. There we go. Now, just like we practiced, we're going to count down from 10 together, okay, to put you off to sleep now that you've had the anesthetic. Oh, but in the meantime, please stop trying to eat the medical equipment, okay? That is not your food. That is food for the ducks. What ducks? There are no ducks in here. I don't know why you keep talking about them. Well, it is much harder to put somebody to sleep than I anticipated. Anesthesiology, can't even say it, isn't really my department. I mainly work in accounting, but I figured, how hard could it be? How hard could it be to put somebody to sleep? Right there. Let's do our little countdown, shall we? Just like we practiced. So, you just keep looking at me, okay? Not because it's medically necessary. I just like the attention. Okay, so 10. You can stop trying to stay awake now. Okay? You can't stop trying. Everybody tries, but nobody succeeds in staying awake, so let it just take over. And 9. Your eyes are getting slowly heavier and heavier. Okay. And 8, much calmer and quieter. That's it. This version of you is growing on me. I quite like them. I like them. Okay. 7. Stop thinking about the ducks. Oh, you weren't thinking about the ducks. Okay. But now you are thinking about them. So, stop thinking about the ducks. There are no ducks in here. Okay. 6. Just keep looking at me. Like I said. And 5. While everything fades away, you can just listen to my watery if you encounter any alternate versions of yourself, please just remain calm and seated, okay? Everything will work out for the best. And one, falling. Sleepy, 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 sleepy. Finally, they're out. That one asked far too many questions. So annoying. Imagine what that'd be like on a long haul flight. Oh dear. That was hard work. What do I do now? That is absolutely horrendous. Oh, paperwork. Paperwork, okay. Maybe I should have read the consent forms before putting them to sleep. I wonder what procedure they came in for anyways. Maybe that's why I should have read these in advance. Well, name. That matches. Tick. Date of birth. That matches. Tick. That is reassuring. That is not reassuring. Oh. They didn't even come in here for a sleepy procedure. They came here for a hair consultation. That makes a lot more sense. They look like they lost a fight with a lawnmower. Well, this is a problem. Okay, nobody panic. Especially me. This is totally fine. It's not like they won't ever wake up again. It's okay. It's not my fault. I didn't even read the paperwork. I didn't have the paperwork. I didn't have the paperwork because there was no paperwork. Yeah, there was no paperwork. No paperwork. Okay, and this one. What paperwork? No paperwork. Okay, but there was no paperwork, but there was a note on your file from your previous consultation, which said you are prone to hallucinations. Yeah, particularly about dogs. Yeah, okay, that works. And I'm just going to leave that here. Okay, I've kind of got to go now. My shift is finished, so I'm gonna go clock off. But you just stay here and sleep it off. Mm-hmm. You know, this version of you I actually quite like. You're much less annoying when you're sleeping. Sleep. Okay, I'm gonna go now. So you stay here